Okay, so the next trend is portable plants, gardening while renting. Um, and I just took this photo recently. I was in Maine and I just loved how they had turned that kind of a parking lot driveway strip to the side of the house, transformed it into a garden with containers. And it's beautiful. And I took this photo also, and this is a storefront, and this in Maine, and they have to put these containers in every night. But look how beautiful just some evergreen shrubs and containers are. And even when you're renting, you don't have to put them in every night. But it kind of hits home the fact that you can create some amazing container gardens, and they don't have to all be really high maintenance. They can be just some beautiful, colorful shrubs. But containers are just what you naturally think of when renting. It's like, oh gosh, that's all I can do is plant containers, but that's not all you can do. This is a photo of my friend Baylor Chapman. This is her place in San Francisco, and she is incredible. And she's written a couple of books about house plants. And Baylor Chapman repurposed these shutters, painted them, and then planted them with succulents by creating these little soil pockets on the back, which is a perfect thing to do for succulents. So you can get really creative with what you do in your space that's not permanently planted in the ground. These have been around for a long time. They used to be called woolly pockets, and now they're called Wally Grow. And there's a link in the list there. And I have been sent several of these to trial, and these are great. You can fit two 1-gallon plants in one of these. You can hang them on a fence, and then you can take them down if you need to. I've planted edible gardens in these by putting 3 in a row. They're wonderful. I love this photo here because I mean, you may not have any room at all in which to garden, but if you have stairs, they've attached these woolly pockets to the stairs, and they have these herbs right there. So that's a creative way to garden while renting. This was a really young gardener in her 20s, and they had no soil at all. It was just this paved over little section in San Francisco, but she took advantage of the fence. And her goal was to repurpose everything she could find, including, you can see these file cabinet drawers there, and attach it to the fence. And that was her garden, was on the fence. And it actually brought the neighbors together in that apartment unit because they wanted to know what the heck was going on in their shared space. And they got to know each other, and they had a little hibachi grill. And so they would fire up the grill sometimes and have a little barbecue. And so she got to know her neighbors because of this garden. It's a great story. I loved meeting her. And then this was a photo of the New York fire escape. And this gardener created a beautiful garden on the fire escape. Now, and I'm not totally sure it's legal to create such a thing, but you want to make sure you can still escape. But she's got a really beautiful garden there, and I love the little bird feeder that she has strung up as well. So there's lots of options out there for renters. You can still create some, even if it's just house plants and you have nothing outside. There's so much you can do with gardening.
Rebecca, Dan Benarsic shared one of the favorite things that I'd heard about containers, and this could be for renting or owning, but
Yeah.
what a way to have it where you can totally control the environment for the plant.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Rarely do you have total control in the garden, right?
Yeah. You soil, water, you can even move its location.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very true.